Clean Air, a valuable resource by Kevin Villers, City University, Fall Quarter, 2018. Everybody that takes a breath does so with the intention of breathing clean air. But I don't know if that will always be the case. Clean air is something that each of us need to keep living, but human beings need to be mindful that having clean air is not a certainty, especially if we don't protect it. In today's world, it is my belief that collectively we take clean air for granted. There are many industries that threaten our ability to maintain clean air, but for the purposes of this assignment, I will be focusing on the car industry and car owners who overuse their vehicles. In major cities all over the world, cars contribute a significant amount of pollution into the air. When this type of pollution happens, who ultimately pays the price? Well, we all do. And if we don't take care of our air, this is how we might have to enjoy a daily walk in the park. In 2007, Americans owned more than 237 million passenger vehicles. There are so many cars on the road during rush hour, our highways are usually at a standstill. There are too many people who drive alone and refuse to use a different form of transportation. Traffic congestion like this happens every day and contributes to our poor air quality. This is definitely not a great environment for pedestrians. Public transportation is a more efficient way to travel and is beneficial for the environment. If public transportation is not an option, then a good alternative is carpooling. And for those of us who make several short trips in a day, we could stop driving and either biking or walking. Instead of using public transportation, carpooling, or bike riding, many of us drive our cars back and forth to work with no one else in the car. This practice is selfish and is a threat to clean air. We need to stop living in the past and focus on cleaner ways to get around. The use of hybrid cars are safer on the environment. The car industry has taken notice to the clean air problem and has started making their automobiles cleaner and safer for the environment. Hybrid electric vehicles are energy efficient and have the potential to reduce gasoline consumption, carbon emissions, and alleviate environmental problems. You are looking at a photo that was taken midday. The smog is definitely a problem. To avoid more of this in the future, we need to act. The mindsets of individuals has to change. Yes, cars have the capacity to contaminate the air, but they don't drive themselves. If we change our mindsets and drive out of necessity instead of convenience, we can reduce air pollution. Clean air won't be around forever and may become quite problematic unless we stop taking clean air for granted. If we stop driving everywhere for every little thing, that is a good first step that we can all take to reduce pollution. We need to change our mindset and stop taking our clean air for granted. Walking, biking, carpooling, and public transportation are ways that we can all do to reduce pollution. Now, are cars the only culprit? Not by a long shot. Many industries are polluting the air too, but since we control how we use our vehicles, we can make a difference if we reduce our usage. Continued exposure to air pollution can affect lungs and may complicate existing medical conditions. As individuals, we have the power not to live like this. So, let's make a change. The next time you get in your car, ask yourself, do I really need to use my car, or is there a better way for me to get